Today's guest, well, he's never far from the Emmerdale drama.
Well, let's not make it any more difficult than it already is, shall we? I'll talk to a solicitor. We'll start divorce proceedings.
No, Paddy, please.
And if you had a single shred of decency, you don't stand in my way. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm going to go for custody of Eve. Because unlike you, I will never, ever let her down.
Ooh, right. Whether it's affairs, deadly storms, or being unlucky in love, Paddy Kirk has seen it all. But there's another side to the man we see on our soap screens, and it's more werewolves than Wolfpack. Here to tell us more, please welcome Dominic Brunt. Woo!
You can't just do one, can you? You started it.
But it's like you kind of see you looking like so serious and you're so lovely and smiley. Do you know, what is it like doing those really dramatic scenes?
Well, it was uncomfortable because Lucy's my friend and you've got to scream hot spittle in her face and it's not very nice, you know. But it's the writing there, you know, you've just got to serve the writing.
Very different from the film that you've just directed.
Yes.
Yes.
Wolf's Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you go from sort of Emmerdale to then doing... You've done a lot of horror movies, haven't you?
Yeah, I've directed 4 or 5 horror movies, a few shorts, and this one came across, and the script was very, very funny. Therefore, it got the funding for it, and the chance to work with James Fleet, who was just a dream gentleman, very, very funny. But then there's the gore in it, and there was working with Sean Harrison, who'd done Star Wars and Harry Potter and the Avengers, you know, so it was really, really, really great.
How long did it take to film?
It was about 3.5 weeks in Ludlow. I mean, months of preparation, then months after for the post-production, but the 3.5 weeks, all at night, starting at 9 o'clock at night, finishing at 6 o'clock in the morning.
All-night shoots?
Yeah, which is quite strange, because then everybody wants a bit of a social life as well, so they're cracking open the gin and tonics at, like, 6 o'clock in the morning watching the sun coming up. It was really, really weird.
To anyone that's never worked a night shift, that seems weird, but I worked night shifts for years, and having a G&T at 6 a.m. in the morning is pretty normal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really. You know, they'll be sitting around in the garden, getting cold, and then they all go to bed at 10 o'clock, and they all get up at 5 o'clock. It's really, really strange.
Well, look, let's take a look at a clip of the movie.
Yeah. You're going to play the whole thing, and I thought, no, they're going to cut it out.
Did you make any kind of sort of Hitchcockian appearance in it at all? Did you do?
I had a little bit, because I'm cheap. So I just, I don't know, I was there already, so I had to... And I was supposed to do this Ludlow accent, and I couldn't really do it, so I sound like Shane McGowan out of the Pogues, really, and it just doesn't work out.
And you did it with your wife, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a chance to work with my wife again, so she produces all our films, so it was great, and because Emmerdale is all-encompassing, and it was nice to be able to be together.
And you didn't go to the premiere, did you? You don't like going to see the film, you're nervous.
No, go and introduce it, but I just get... Because you've spent the best part of a year working on something, with the best will in the world, you know where all the sticking plasters are, and you want it to do well. So the first screening was at Leicester Square, a big do and big premiere, and you introduce it, and then I just run off because you just don't want you don't want it to fail, you know, and you don't... But we heard the gales of laughter from the first thing, and I was like, oh, that's all right, and I ran round to the pub.
So you're obviously a horror fan.
Yeah, I'm a film fan. I love films, you know.
But what is there, like, for you, the definitive horror film that we all might have seen?
Well, really obvious choices. I mean, the Wolf Manor is a love letter to the old Hammer films, you know. So, and also, I really like all the werewolf films, particularly American werewolf films.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's an essence of that immediately.
Yeah, all the way through, you kind of like, there's little references to the old Hammer films and all the werewolf films that have come before. But you can't make a werewolf film without a good werewolf as well, you know. So we had all this stuff from... It was made out of yak hair from America, and it was sculpted by Sean, and so... There's nods to all the old... There's no transition. But it's gory and it's fast and it's funny. But my favourite film isn't a horror film, it's Whistle Down the Wind, which is
I love Whistle Down the Wind. Remember Hayley Mills?
Yeah.
It is lovely, but Brian Forbes is an amazing British director, and he's kind of forgotten now. He's made so many good films and nobody knows of him.
Now, your love of film, and horror films specifically, that helps solidify your relationship with Mark, who plays Marlon, is that right?
Yeah, so I suppose on my first day I went into the green room and I was sent straight back out again because they thought I was an extra. I was sent to the canteen. And then when they put me back in there, he kind of bumbled over and said, "How are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm all right, I'm a bit nervous." And he really likes horror films as well and comic books, so we kind of bonded over that.
And you were supposed to only be there for, like, what, 8 episodes or something?
8 episodes. I just think they forgot to write me out. Keep
It's just like, keep your head down and I'll stay in.
Don't make a fuss.
Because it's 25 years now, isn't it?
26 years.
26 years,
I think we've got a picture of you at the 25th anniversary. You're in there.
Pushed to the back.
There you are, right at the back.
Oh, look at
look at you.
Sheila Mercer and all the old
No, Sheila Mercer.
crowd.
And did you ever think that you'd still be in the show to celebrate its 50th?
No, I didn't think I'd be in the photograph because I was a new lad, you know, so I think I was just pushed in at the back sort of thing with all my hair. But I'd never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd ever be able to stay there.
Where were you in the 50th anniversary picture? Were you at the front?
Well, the 50th anniversary was all the cast and crew, so there's about 300 people in there. So I think I'm still at the back, you know. Quiet, you know,
Unassuming.
Yeah, avoiding more bullets.
It's a lovely crowd, isn't it, at Emmerdale? It is a very nice bunch of people.
Genuinely. Anybody that comes there, they always go, "Oh, I didn't expect it to be like this." And I arrived 26 years ago expecting, I thought, I'll stay here, I'll find out all the cliques and all the politics, and it never arrived.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And very, very quickly, which would you prefer, directing or being in Emmerdale?
My loyalties lie with Emmerdale. They really do. And I'm happy to do it. It takes about 2 to 4 years to try and get the funding together. Sometimes films collapse, sometimes they get up and they go forward. It's a very tricky situation. But I don't want to ever do one of them by half, so I'll only ever do one every 3 or 4 years. And I'm happy with Emmerdale, and I love it.
All your Emmerdale fans will be very, very happy to hear that. Thank you so much, Dominic. Thank you.